Okay, that can sit there and that can dry. So that's not doing too bad. Ooh, maybe this is the other thing I can do. While that is drying, I can glue Storm Bolter. Gonna stretch my back. Glue the Storm Bolter here. Okay, so what can we talk about tonight? Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something interesting. Okay, this is something interesting that you'll enjoy. This may or may not have happened already, but I'll just mention it because it's a cool thing all around, no matter when it happens. Nick from Worthy Painting, he and his team, they're painting up an Eldar army, and it's basically a continuation of Joe's army. They're adding it on to Joe's army. It's a couple thousand points of it, and the reason why we're doing that is because we want to have another studio army where Matt and I are able to draw from it and use it in battle reports just to add more variety to the battle reports. And so that'll be very interesting. Or at least it should be. It's our hope that it's interesting, right? So I'll be whipping out all of that Eldar trickery all for myself. That's just how that's going to work. Okay, so this part's a little tricky. I was never really sure how to do this properly. So let's put this piece here onto the base and then put all of these 5 other pieces around it. I was never really sure how to do it properly, and it's always been kind of weird when I've done it, but it's worked out every time. It's a little awkward, I find. Things don't quite match perfectly. Like they match, but it's not smooth. Or as smooth as I want it to be. Kind of a more mellow guy, mellow video here, gentlemen and lady. Shoot, not again. Okay, I'm gonna have to leave you again because my daughter is crying again. Okay, I'm back with a piece of cheese. You gotta love that. Cheddar? Is that cheddar? Favorite type of cheese is marble. If I'm not mistaken, that's a mixture of cheddar and mozzarella. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it's a white and yellow cheese mixed. Delicious. I love it. It's just ridiculously delicious. Probably shouldn't be eating this late anyway. It's kind of late. there's a chance I'm going to be pulled away again from this. But hey, that's okay, right? Got a little bit done so far. Just putting the storm bolter onto the bottom of this center shaft that goes in the middle of the drop pod. So just about done this first drop pod. Okay, I gotta snap out of this. Got to snap out of it because I'm finding it hard to continue assembling this. I'm thinking about my daughter possibly waking up again and me being interrupted and having to go up there. And also I'm thinking of getting another piece of cheese that's not existent because I just ate the last piece of cheese. And so could always have some of those mini wheat square crackers and spread some nice smooth peanut butter on them. I think that would be really good. That'd be really delicious. I know, has absolutely nothing to do with nothing, but hey, that's what we signed up for, right? If you're watching this video, you can expect stuff like that. Okay, so one of these wings is going to go on. It's going to go on here, like that. And another one of these wings is going to go on here, like that. Okay, I think the centerpiece can stand to have some glue on other areas as well. This one tube of plastic glue has lasted so long, it's ridiculous. It's lasted a crazy amount of time. But hey, it's awesome that it's lasted so long. It's just lasted a crazy amount of time. It's actually boggling my mind. I've assembled like 6 tanks and 4 drop pods with this one thing of plastic glue. So, who has seen A Clockwork Orange? I think that's one of those movies that everyone always talks about, that it's so awesome, it's one of the classics, and that you've got to see it. Life-changing movie. But every time I start to watch it, I get kind of depressed. And maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that's what's supposed to happen. But I just find it difficult to watch. Like I find that with all of Stanley Kubrick. How do you say his name? Is it Kubrick or Kubrick? Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick. However you say his name, the director who made so many famous movies that are all considered to be some of the best in the world ever made, ever created in the history of movie making. He's made some of the weirdest stuff ever. Like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That is one weird movie. So trippy. And maybe that's what people like. They just like weird stuff. And maybe that's why he is so revered. He just fit the mold for a time when people really wanted weird. Maybe I'm offending a lot of people by what I'm saying right now, but if you've ever seen a Stanley Kubrick movie, then I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like a whole bunch of weirdness. He definitely had a certain way about making his movies. Okay, don't fall apart on me. See, this is the hardest part actually right now. It's the hardest part about building the drop pod. This is the last wing that you gotta put on here. Making sure that it doesn't touch anything else and it doesn't fall apart on you. Okay, and I close the doors. Close the hatch doors and press it all together, and this helps to make it nice and solid and glued together. I've actually contemplated adding magnets to the hatch doors to make it so they are shut tight. But that would be a whole lot of work, and I don't know if it would be unnecessary work, but it would just be a whole lot of work, and I don't know if it would be worth it, because for the little bit that it actually sticks out, I wonder if I should just leave it, you know, not be too picky,